Adult Swim. All kids out of the pool.
What is Adult Swim?
The Japanese claim it increases sexual potency tenfold.
Adult Swim is a block of programming on Cartoon Network, specifically for adults.
Oh, good.
It's a great mixture of
the most creative, most original,
edgy, funny cartoons.
You can cuss in it, you can get away with things you can't normally do.
You sick bastard!
Is it new or is it old animation redubbed?
Yes. Or no.
That's basically the undercurrent of Adult Swim.
What have I unleashed?
Space Ghost was our first attempt to program to older viewers.
All within the domain of the Sea Monkey Bowl.
It's your favorite 60s superhero hosting
an intergalactic talk show.
Face it, Space Ghost!
No!
You're a spaceman that choked on a muffin!
That, sir, is impossible because I am allergic to muffins!
Nightline meets crazy, retarded camp full of children.
That's the best you can do.
I used to watch Space Ghost when I was a kid, man. I watched him the first time around.
Woo! Space Ghost is a superhero from 1966.
I'm mysterious.
And now he's a talk show host. And he doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, and how about my generous biceps?
I am the man.
Zorak is a 6-foot-tall praying mantis.
Say something stupid.
He is supposed to be there to be Space Ghost's yes man for whenever Space Ghost has a joke, he's supposed to laugh at it, but he doesn't because he hates him.
Nuts to that action.
It is a pleasure to work for someone so good.
Thank you, Moltar.
Moltar is the director.
What? Space Ghost, the guest is here.
Master, I offer unto thee TV's Colin Quinn. Joke on it.
Prepare to bask in my greatness.
They had an idea for a Space Ghost marathon, and I think a light bulb went up in Mike's head and said,
the goofiest thing in the world would be a talk show with this outer space guy.
Where are you going to get the money for all that?
So I edited a little thingy together, and he sold it to the network.
This is the worst show. You know it. I know it. Zorak know it.
Which shocked us because it was immediately popular with crazy people.
Stupid viewers, you'll watch anything.
I can't tell you what an intense thrill it is to be on your show.
Sure you could.
There are some people who just didn't get it.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
Paul Westerberg was one.
Why do we always hurt the ones we love?
I don't think he fully grasped what we were trying to do.
He's got a small brain.
Dave was interviewing him.
Who?
And Dave said something like, what if Zorak pelted you with a beautiful tennis ball?
What'd he say?
I think his words were, you ass.
That's enough to get you on this show.
I hear at his concert that night, he did a little song called Space Ghost. So, aces.
Thank you, stupid idiot.
Kind of a badge of honor there, I think.
You probably think that's cool.
Conan script 2.8 AB.
The writer-producers get together generally every afternoon and run through scripts, talk about new shows, and very often we'll do table reads.
You're going to be Conan, Space Ghost, Zorak Moltar. You're going to be doing the music and effects, Dave reading direction, Matt sound effects.
And it's usually just the writers and producers, and we all play different parts and read it.
We're space monsters, Conan, not actors.
Yeah.
See him over there? Monster.
Where's the monster?
We use those meetings to decide, you know, this line should change, this segment really doesn't work.
Where's the damn camera?
No, that is now you're...
That's on my shelf there.
Confused.
Where's the damn camera?
Exactly.
Yeah. It should be on. More of it.
This is the best show ever.
When you're really ready to get real, you've got my number.
Birdman, Attorney at Law is probably the one show that's really going to connect, I think, with maybe a mainstream audience.
If you're a cartoon and you're in trouble,
Daddy's gonna be home real soon.
you should go to this man.
Brian Hal Birdman!
Fellas,
Harvey Birdman is literally Perry Mason with wings.
ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we all lived through the 70s.
He tries cases that tend to skew towards cartoon litigation.
Your Knight in the Pokey never killed anyone. Builds character.
One of the wonderful things about Harvey Birdman is you can bring in a Fred Flintstone and a Yogi Bear and have it make perfect sense.
Now, Harv, I'm counting on you. I'd hate to think what could happen if you couldn't get me out of here.
Huh. Wonder what that means.
Michael O'Lean and Eric Richter had the idea of taking this kind of bankrupt Hanna-Barbera character.
Look at me. I'm a wreck.
And giving him new life.
Much better.
Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law, is a superhero from the late 60s who has had to go and become a lawyer.
Making him much more interesting now as a lawyer than he was as a superhero.
I've got 2 lives in my hands here. 2 souls dependent on me giving the performance of my life tomorrow in that courtroom.
Sketch?
Hell yeah, let's get Stinko.
Who is the man in the suit?
Eric went into a booth and sang the theme song.
Do you really want to feel him?
Threw the tape on Lasso's desk.
The boss.
Michael O'Lean and Eric Richter came to me with a cassette tape of the Harvey Birdman theme, and I'm like, that's fantastic. Let's make that.
Meet your new attorney, Mr. Birdman.
We didn't know what the show was or anything, but the theme song had to be televised.
Harvey attorney, habeas corpus, Marvy attorney. Harvey Birdman, attorney at law.
Ended up teaming up with J.J. Settlemeyer, which was a perfect pairing of sensibilities.
The job. It's yours. Congratulations.
Well, gosh, that's great. Do I get a gun?
Sure.
After having Eric's track to listen to for inspiration, it was really pretty easy to put together something.
I'll take the case.
We've all watched old cartoons, and we tend to look at them ironically.
Woke up this morning, you got yourself.
And perhaps it's within the realm to think that they would sue one another.
Wouldn't it be safe to say that your husband perhaps thought he was a mob boss but really wasn't?
We wanted to use cases that people could relate to.
The guy's a pig, a Neanderthal.
You're dead to me, can opener!
One of the first ones we did was Shaggy Busted.
Shaggy and Scooby were arrested. It was awful.
Shaggy and Scooby get busted for possession.
Listen, we've got a bit of a problem, the gang and
I know. One of your homies took one in the bobo.
Everyone has looked back at these cartoons and gone, wait a minute.
What are they doing in that van?
Scooby and Shaggy are always giggling. They're always eating a lot.
It just dawned on me. Scooby Dooby.
We figured it was our moral responsibility to just put it out there once and for all and put them on trial for this.
Which one of you is Shaggy?
Like I am.
Okay, that's your street name. What's the name your mom's gave you?
Harvey Birdman has to get them get them to cop a plea.
Oh, I would have succeeded too if it hadn't been for those.
These meddling kids.
I've decided to let my tape do the talking.
Hesh wants some sex.
Hesh, get off. My tape's
Shut up.
playing.
Debbie, get down here. Give Hesh some sex.
Hesh, this isn't funny.
Be real funny when I crack you with a pipe.
Sealab is about all these crazy people underwater.
Hey, you got any ideas that don't suck?
Nice and twisted. Sweet. These guys have to be on drugs.
Yeah, well, he better keep his flippers off my stash.
Hush, my little babies. It's time to learn.
Matt Thompson and I were PAs at Cartoon Network.
But at first they seemed nice.
Getting coffee level of work.
Not in a bad way.
We had to clean out the tape library.
It's the safest place.
And there were thousands of shows in there that nobody was ever going to see.
Oh, this ought to be great.
We took an old episode of Sealab 2020,
which is one of the worst cartoons ever produced,
and we wrote new dialogue.
I get it.
We proudly gave it to the executives and said, this is your new hit. Then they said,
boy, I hate it.
That's crap.
Damn, what, we just hire the writers from Suddenly Susan?
It's stupid. We said, yes, there is indeed a show here, but it needs to be a funny show, and this isn't.
Hating it.
You've got to save my little baby.
So they left and came back several years later with the funny version.
Who's your number one buddy? Huh?
Sealab 2021 is probably the most ensemble show of all the shows that we air.
It's just us three and the fat kid.
Captain Murphy.
Hello, my name is Mr. Squeaky.
Barely alive mentally.
Is there ever a bad time for pudding?
Dr. Quinn is the brains of Sealab.
I got PhDs in 4 scientific disciplines.
Really?
Why do you think they call me Dr. Quinn?
I just thought that was a nickname. You know, like Dr. Drape. East Side.
Stormy is pretty much just a good head of hair in a wetsuit.
Hey, shut your hat.
Marco, he was kind of just a generic
good-looking guy.
How you been?
We're watching the pilot over and over, and Lazo said, "You know, you'd be smart. Make that guy Latino. Emerging market." So we thought, yeah, why not? Who's the most famous Latino we can think of?
The Latinator!
So then we just called Eric Estrada. He said yes.
Untie me, you bastards!
Sparks, evil mastermind.
God, you're stupid.
Hesh was like Captain Murphy's alter ego.
Hesh.
I want to pull your legs off.
He has the most grating voice of all of our programming, and we love that.
I'm going to tickle your insides with Hesh's finger.
Debbie is probably the worst written for character in the history of television.
Do you want the mustache on or off?
Off, please.
She's just, you know.
Look at these! They're jiggling, baby! Oh, yeah!
One of the things that we had said is write an episode that's female-oriented.
I gotta have a baby.
Chickmate, Debbie's biological clock goes off.
There's probably nothing better than a young man addressing the topic of a lady's biological clock, because I believe there's a lot of insight there that Adam probably brought to the show in a very wrong-headed manner.
Mother Nature has spoken, and I want to have a baby.
She basically auditions the male crew members.
Screening process starts tomorrow, bright and early.
Marco strips down to a Speedo, and he's grotesquely muscular.
I got this one.
Ew, nice back knee.
Sparks wanted to have a baby with her so they could eat it.
Like veal, only babies.
What?
And I'm talking real baby back ribs.
Dr. Quinn was close because he's really intelligent. She finds that sexy.
Double encoded DNA scan. You like that?
Oh, yeah, doctor.
Hesh would just scream
Hesh wants some sex.
over and over.
What was I thinking? Look at you. To think I was actually gonna let one of you father my baby?
Turns out they're, Bizarro!
Well, the Bizarro episode of C-Lab is probably my favorite.
Oh, sweet God!
Bizarro!
We just stared in disbelief at how annoying all the Bizarro characters were.
Bizarro! I hate the Bizarros.
And therefore, genius to us.
Bizarro! 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 They're all messed up clones of the regular crew. They wear black wetsuits, they don't have eyebrows, and they're mutated horribly.
Bizarro, I love you. Bizarro, I love you.
Hey, who's got a peanut for Turtle Face?
I love you, Turtle Face.
I'm helping you.
It's just fluff TV, man.
Shut up.
We wanted to get some scary, hardcore rap.
My name is Shake Sura, the Night Ruler. I'm on Sura.
Which animated characters do I find sexually attractive?
Smurfette looked like she could use a good smurfing.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Cause we all the Aqua Teens with all the same home. The girls on the swing. Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Number one in the hood, G.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force is just 3 fast food guys hanging out in a rental house in New Jersey.
Sometimes you have to rent a room instead of work.
And then I wait for the, what are you talking about, to start explaining it more to them.
I want to know what the hell is going on here.
Sales has often asked me to describe the show, and I'm simply unable to.
Isn't that something to be very proud of?
I used to say that it was like Three's Company on acid.
Yeah, man, he took his brain out. It's cool.
There's nothing quite like it on television.
This is crap.
Except Dateline.
Oh, really?
How the hell did this happen?
The Aqua Teen origins were actually a Space Ghost script that I felt was hijacked by these crazy characters.
They're just playing. They're just having fun.
It was so Aqua Teen heavy that Mike didn't feel like there was enough Space Ghost in it.
So we rejected it.
No way in the world. No way on Earth.
They wouldn't let it go.
And we thought, let's take these Aqua Teen characters and make a show with them.
And they just keep coming.
Came back a year later and said, now we want to make that silly Aqua Teen show. And I was, whatever.
What kind of attitude is that?
Master Shake is a giant milkshake who is probably the biggest ass ever.
Well, you should have a brain that's just a cavity that keeps you afloat.
He's self-centered. He's glory hungry.
Throw it, Pee-wee. I heard it all before.
He's just an asshole.
Yes, I was thinking that.
He doesn't have any kind of superpowers. He just runs his mouth.
You heard him!
And he always has the wrong idea.
The Highlander was a documentary, and the events happened in real time.
Frylock is the only one that has any level of competence whatsoever.
Flip him over. That's how Hendrix died.
Frylock is what holds the show together. He's a box of French fries, and he hovers.
My Frydar is picking up some very small brain activity.
Meatwad is, I should know, shouldn't I?
A meatball.
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 All right, listen up. Meatwad is a raw piece of meat. If he were cooked, he'd be a meatball.
We're grilling tonight.
It sounds like this.
Let's go get some catfish. Carl, hey!
Good morning, Carl.
Yeah, it is a good morning there, little man. Carl's, you know, is a bachelor, kind of a classic rock dude. I am going down to the store and get a Hot Rod magazine.
Unfortunately, lives next to these bizarre creatures.
So I put two and two together there, hey, and decided that you're pissing me off.
Carl's interests are girls, cars, and beer.
While we're on the topic, he likes escort services, and he likes internet porn. And he does not like the Aqua Teens very much. Yeah! Badass Camaro! Yeah.
I love that theme song.
My name is Sheikh Zula, the Mike Ruler. I'm on Zula.
Sheikh Zula, the Mike Ruler, says it all.
We wanted to get some scary, hardcore rap that any white person in America would just be frightened and have to leave the room. And Lazarus said, Schoolie D, get him.
Dave and I flew up there, and it was just like magic watching him work.
I don't know that he wrote those lyrics more than 5 minutes before we did the record.
We were just like floored.
I cannot hear the song enough.
Ice on my fingers and my toes and I'm a toys. Check it. Yeah.
That's Matt Malera and myself singing back up with him. We're the ones in the background going.
Cause we are the Aqua Teens. Make the homies say ho, make the girls wanna scream.
And hear Matt faintly go, yeah. Like the white person he is.
Cause we are the Aqua Teens. Aqua Teen Homer Boy.
Totally gets right up in your grill.
#1 in the hood, G.